Hi everybody, this is Shah and I'm redoing a review on The Everyday Witch by Deborah Blake, and the art is by Elizabeth ALBA. 2 years ago I made a review and I wasn't really satisfied with the review because you only saw half of the pictures in the book. Now this is the box. I will put the link down under in the description box and details where you can get them and how much they are. So I hope this review or re-review will be in better quality than the last one. But as we all know, by doing things and our experience improves. Try and try again. So this is the second time round. It includes a 78 card deck and a 264 page full color book. You do get an inlay in the box that is also magnetized. It's glossy, it is really vibrant, and it's really quirky like the cards are, and on the back you get some descriptions. Black cats, pointed hats, and magic brooms too. Favorable fortunes for curious witches. A fun, practical, easy to use tarot kit for every witch. Charming images pair with simple explanations to make this the go-to deck for everyone seeking to learn or practice the tarot. Based on the classical Rider-Waite deck, but updated for a busy modern witch. This tarot has a whimsical air while still being dedicated to the serious job of providing answers to life's tough questions. Author Deborah Blake brings her friendly, approachable style to the tarot experience that focused on the positive. Includes a deck with brilliant art and full color guidebook. Like I said, the price is $20.29 2 years ago US dollars, and you can get it on Amazon and from Llewellyn.com. Okay, the email address is also on the box, the ISBN number, and the amount of how expensive it is. This is the guidebook, and I will begin from the front. It comes in beautiful card pictures, and I do flip into it once or twice. The author is Deborah Blake, and that's her, and the artist is Elizabeth ALBA, and that is her too, so they have collaborated. It's very, very modern. It has the introduction and the contents about this deck and how to use it, how to do a reading. Chapter 2, common questions and answers, some tarot extras on page 26. Chapter 3, the major arcana and the minor arcana. Chapter 4 is conclusion. Okay, so let's have a look. Introduction. Once upon a time, in a land far away, we call it Minnesota, there was a wonderful publisher of all things esoterical known as Llewellyn. You may have heard of them since they put out a lot of very cool books, and not coincidentally the occasional tarot deck. And so it goes on. So it's actually an acclamation to Llewellyn and thanking them. How to use this deck, how to do a reading. Now I was also interested in the extra tarot things, so we'll go to page 26 in a minute. Okay, so it goes on and on. Don't be afraid. Chapter 2, the reading. The tarot can be a little confusing at first, especially since there are a number of different approaches in every book and deck you get may give you instructions that contradict the others. Try not to sweep or small stuff. Remember, there is no right way to use the tarot. To help you get started, here is a chapter full of helpful hints, clarifications, as well as 3 simple spells to use with your cards if you are of the witchy persuasion. Common questions and answers. Okay. What is a clarifier and should you use one? What are reversal cards and should I use them? That is up to everybody else. Like a lot of intuitive readers don't. What if I can't think of specific questions, but I have the feeling that there is something going on? And this is the type of thing that you feel. And some people only learn the basics and look at the picture and uses the picture intuitively, also their intuition and their talents and gifts. It is okay to just ask, what do I need to know? Sometimes it is interesting to see what turns up when you aren't trying to be specific. There you go. And so there's loads of questions that you can read back on. And this is some start tarot extras, 3 spells for use with the tarot, and then it goes into, if you are of a witchy persuasion, you probably consecrate your magical tools before using them for the first time. It is a nice idea to do so. The same with new or new to you deck of tarot cards. Consecrating the cards simply means that you are dedicating them to positive use and asking the gods to the universe or of the universe to bless them. And that is what readers do as well. They use white sage, making them their own, making the cards welcome and letting in their energy to work with them, saying bless you and this, that and the other, welcome to my abode. Instead of addition to these things, you can also do a simple consecration spell. You will need a small bowl of salt, a small bowl of water, a candle, incense and sage smudge stick or a feather, and the deck you will be using. Optional, a piece of silk cloth, the box or pouch you will be storing the deck in, if any, and small amethyst or clear the quartz crystal. If you are unfamiliar with magical work, the salt represents the element spirit of earth, the water represents water, the candle represents fire, and air can be represented by either smoking rising from the incense or the smudge stick, or by the feather. I like to use a smudge stick for its cleansing aspects, but you can use whatever one feels right for you. There you go. Use your intuition. This is also a sort of intuition. Place the silk cloth or other cloth if you want, since the salt will make tiny mess on a table. This is on the table, and put the deck plus the pouch or box, if using one, on top. Take a few deep breaths and enter yourself so that you are completely focused on your tasks. This can be done informally. Cast a magic circle, but it doesn't have to be. Some people like to consecrate tools on the night of the full moon, but again, it doesn't strictly necessarily. Hold the cards up towards the sky and say, I consecrate these cards for positive use. They may serve me well today and through all the days to come. Place the cards on the cloth and sprinkle them with a tiny bit of salt, saying, I consecrate these cards with the power of earth, strong and grounded. Then sprinkle with a bit of water, saying, I consecrate these cards with the power of water, flexible, flowing. Light a candle and hold the cards carefully above the flame, saying, consecrate these cards with the power of fire, warm and passionate. Wave the incense, sage stick or feather over the cards and say, I consecrate these cards with the power of air, clarifying and refreshing. May these cards be blessed, consecrated by the powers of God and Goddess, so that they may guide me truly and help me to see clearly. So mote it be. But you can also ask the divine and the angels to bless the cards by just smudging them with the smudge stick or sage or the crystals. It is up to you how you do it. You don't have to put a spell onto it. Okay? I always open up the cards and I touch them one by one, and then they're blessed. I ask the blessing from the universe and the angels, and here you see the picture of the magician. You get an story of the magician, and in the story you find out what that means, upright and also reversed, and then you have things to consider. The magician, I'll give this the magician as an example. This is to consider. The magician card is powerful and positive. If your question going into reading was anything like, can I do this or will I succeed, then a magician appearing will almost certainly mean that the answer is resounding, you bet. In other words, yes. But keep in mind that this card is about personal power, individual ability. Whatever you are dealing with, you may have to rely on yourself to triumph in the end, but don't worry, you already have all the tools you need to succeed. However, if the magician is in a position in the reading that indicates it presents someone other than you, it may be suggested a strong ally whom you can depend on to work a little magic on your behalf. So depending on the position of in the spread, you will know whether it's you or whether it's somebody else that can help you. But here it goes into the upright and the reverse, and you can make your notes alongside, which I've never seen in any other guidebook. Okay, the High Priestess, and then we go on, and then we're going to page 126, I think it was. No. So that was the extras. That's what I wanted to know about the extras. That was page 26. So that's basically the questions and how to bless the cards and welcome in. Okay. And the questions that are asked. Now it goes through the big arcana, right? And then let's have a look. The world. And then it goes into the minor arcana, straight into the swords. There's no page to separate the big arcana from the small arcana. So let's have a look. And the same with the suits, I think. Yeah, the same with the suits. So it just starts from the ace. And let's have a look at the back. Chapter 4. One card spread, no, then in chapter 4 you get the spreads. You get the Celtic cross, that's the general one that everybody uses. And you have most probably the Celtic Cross, the 3-card spread, and the 1-card spread. Okay, and then you have the conclusion. Okay. I've spent many years reading the tarot, both as a student and then later as a professional. Okay. It has helped me to guide my life through modest efforts. The life of others also, it's way cool. Working with the deck has been cool, really cool. Each book I write is a product of my heart and my desire to share the knowledge with others, but writing this one has been a singular joy. It helps that I was so excited about the project and that I had such amazing people to work with, mostly the deck's fabulous illustrator Elisabeth ALBA. Elizabeth and I, along with editor Barbara Moore and innumerable other folks at Llewellyn, worked hard to make this deck both practical and entertaining, serious, amusing, deeply spiritual and intuitive, and yet easy to use and understand. It was without a doubt a labor of love by all those who worked on it. It is our fervent hope that you may get many years of guidance, wisdom, joy from this deck. Learn the things you need to know, get the answers you desire, deepen your inner knowledge, and of course have fun. From our fairy tale to yours, may all your endings be happy. Barbara, Blake and Elizabeth ALBA. And that was the Everyday Witch book. And on the back of the book you get the introduction that I was reading, and you also get that Deborah Blake is a Wiccan High Priestess, leader of the Celtic group Blue Moon Circle. She manages the Artisans Guide and not-for-profit artist cooperative shop, and works as a tarot reader and energy healer. She is an author of Everyday Witch, The Witch's Broom, and several other books exploring contemporary witchcraft. Deborah lives in Oneida, New York, and can be found online at www.deborahblakeauthor.com. Okay, and then it goes into Elizabeth. You can also find her on Twitter and Facebook. Okay, so that is definitely a very heavy book. Okay, so we've got the big arcana here, and I'm going to enlarge the picture so that you can see that I think that introduction of the book was much better than the first time round. And here we go through the big arcana. Just let me get this prepared so that you can enjoy and see. Okay, there we are. So we start with the Fool. Okay, it doesn't do it justice. There you go. It's really vibrant. The Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, I'm just going to, and that's it, that's better, the Hierophant. And I think she's the first one that has brought in everyday's uses like yoga and meditation into the cards. Now you see the next deck is the Lightseers, Anne Brown, I think she's called, that did the Lightseers. This is actually the first deck, beside the Magical Dogs, which is also by Llewellyn. that is so quirky and modern, and using the spiritual aspects and modern aspects, like the chariot. It's not a horse, but it's like the chariot, the bike, the triumph, the strength, the hermit, the wheel of fortune, justice, the hanged man, death. You see the mask of the Halloween of death. I've never seen anybody else using that. Again, yoga, temperance, the devil, the tower, the star, the moon, and she's using a small black cat here, which turns out into a black panther in the river. And that's what I mean. She was one of the first one that used the modern way of life and everyday things. And you see cats everywhere. Sometimes you also see a dog. Judgment, the world. And then we start with the Ace of Swords. Oh, sorry, the Wands. Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, and here we've got different cats from ginger to black. The Three of Wands, we even got a white cat. The Four of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, 10 of Wands. The Nine of Wands makes me think of Harry Potter, defending yourself. And she's resting against the tree. When Harry Potter was flying on his broomstick, and this other guy was always picking on him with two other guys. This reminds me of Harry Potter. You've got the Lola cat here, the black and white and red cat with patchwork. Then you've got the Ten of Wands, Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands and her black cat, and the King of Wands, and I think that's really the red cat for fire. Right, we're going on to the swords. We've got the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords. It's like in Britain you have the pub and you've got this corrugated ceiling or wallpaper, in this case the ceiling, with the dartboard. Again, something from the usage of nowadays. Then we have the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is the heart, but journaling her thoughts. The Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords. Now this is on a broomstick, not in a boat, so it's really great. Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. Swords are all there. She's looking really sad. Ten of Swords. This deck, the swords really reminds me of Harry Potter and his struggles Page of Swords, good looking guy, Knight of Swords, beautiful Queen. Here she doesn't look cold, but in control, with a white cat, and the King of Swords with like the white cat relating to the ice. Okay, now let's have a look at the Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, like the beachside or the cliffs. She's on a whip-up toy in the kindergarten, balancing. The Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. It's not a church but a house with LED windows. The Six of Pentacles, give and take, from the abundant to the less fortunate and vice versa. He's even got his books, his study books, tied up. She's using a basket there. I think it's really lovely. Time to pluck the fruit. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. And these towers you can still see in Britain, and everything like the islands around Britain, they are called the Martello Towers. They do exist. They were like the lighthouses in the 5th, 6th and 7th century, even later. The Queen of Pentacles, and here you can see he's got the black cat instead of the black horse. He's still got one foot on the earth. The Queen. She's not pregnant, but she's got the mother with the kittens, representing Mother Earth and the love of nature and animals. And the King of Pentacles. Now we've got the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. And here you have the very modern, dressed but still the hats of the wizards and witches. And I call that the patchwork cat. The Three of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. The Five of, sorry, not Pentacles, Cups. I'm going back, sorry. The Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, and as you can see, a lot has to be done with water, the beach, also the beach again, the wishing well, the Six of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the bar, the Eight of Cups, a stream in the mountains, Nine of Cups, the beach, the Ten of Cups, a picnic along the lake, Page of Cups, also working in the mountains or the hills, the Knight of Cups flying over water, the Queen of Cups at the beginning of water, and here she is pregnant. Although the Queen of Pentacles also represents Mother Earth like the Empress. Now she is the Queen of Cups and she is pregnant. She is the nurturer, the passionate, and passion, sensuality and sexuality. But this is the King of Cups. Now going back to the Empress, and she's also pregnant. So these two queens in this deck are pregnant, not the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, although she does represent birth and fertility. So that goes to show you can interpret the queens in any which way. Like I said, and the book said, it doesn't matter how your interpretations are and how you read them, your intuition will tell you what feels good for you. Okay, what feels good for you. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it. You can get them on Amazon and .com and from Lou Allen. Now the cardstock is very sturdy and thin, but sturdy because they're plasticated or plasticized on both sides, and that is the backing of the cards, but they're not gilded, so it doesn't make them look tatty after a while if you use them a lot. So I hope you enjoyed the review, and you can watch all the cards in the from the other review. Just have a look up at the link below in the description box with all the information. So enjoy yourself and stay safe. Please like and share. Thank you.